Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of June 27th. Now Virgo, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Virgo, I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so please do not get scammed. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Virgo. Now I am using the Mermaid Tarot as well as the Angel Answers Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. I also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's go ahead and put that right there. I'll also take 3 of these oracle cards to clarify as we go along. All right, let's take a look here. So Virgo, some of you are about to receive something important, and I think some of you are learning this idea that you can't give from an empty cup, or you can't pour from an empty cup. It's almost like there's a real balance that is being achieved here. And I think that this balance has come into your life because you've learned the power of setting boundaries. And I think as you've sort of took a stand, as you've sort of stood up for yourself, that you've been able to achieve some type of important balance around giving. There's something really nice in terms of there's a nice opportunity in the future, but it's more about like an opportunity to grow within your current situation or to expand on top of your situation is what I feel like for you here in the future coming in. So let's expand on that now. So in the overall situation, you have the 6 of Pentacles, and you can see that there's sort of a flow of energy here happening. You can see that there's this idea of exchanging and giving. So the 6 of Pentacles says that as you give, you receive. And presumably, as you receive, you begin to give back. It's this sort of like natural law within the universe. It's this natural give and take within the universe. In other interpretations of the 6 of Pentacles card, you'll see the scale on the card, and that represents karma or balance. And in this case, this is your financial karma. The thing is, 6 of Pentacles can come in when you're giving too much. Okay, you are giving too much without receiving in return. And what's possible here is that some of you that's about to change for some of you, or if it's not changing, you're leaving. Okay, if it's not changing, you're moving on to something better for yourself. In other words, if you, for example, are giving to, let's say you're giving to a family member and they say, I'll pay you back, I'll pay you back, I'll pay you back. And this is like the 10th time you've given and they've never paid you back. It's like some of you are like, nope, we're done, right? Bank of Virgo is closed. Or if you're giving to an employer and you've been promised a raise, actually the 6 of Pentacles can come in like if you've been promised a raise or a career opportunity, it can say that that's coming back, but if it has not come back, you're probably going to explore something else. I'll talk about that more as we go along. In the past, you have the 7 of Wands and the Knight of Cups here. So the 7 of Wands is a really big card of boundaries and standing your ground. Okay, the 7 of Wands says that there's potentially competition present for you in your life. There's potentially people want what you have, and it's because you've been successful. I think everybody wants a piece of Virgo recently. I think recently everybody has wanted a piece of Virgo, and you've had to sort of set some ground rules, or set some rules, or set some boundaries, lay some boundaries for yourself here with this 7 of Wands showing up. And it's almost like as you've done that, you didn't realize how powerful you were until you did it. Like you didn't realize how powerful you were until you actually set those boundaries and those rules for yourself with this 7 of Wands. I also like this this Knight of Cups energy, which, this is about potential love. The Knight of Cups can be somebody that you dream about. This can also be somebody who's dreaming about you. This is potentially your ideal romantic partner. And the thing is, knights in tarot can represent events, and so in this case, it could be the person that you've been waiting for stepping forward. I'm not getting a whole lot of love energy here. It's possible that if you've been giving in a relationship too much, that you've also just said, hey, like you need to sort of do your part here. It's possible that some of you have had that energy as well, but you can see that this person is also sort of dreaming into the cup. And I really like the illustration. I really like these tarot cards. These are really nice positive cards, especially as we roll into summer here. But, you know, I feel like for some of you, it's like this sticking up for yourself type of energy has unlocked something new in your life. In the future, you have the Three of Wands and the Five of Pentacles here. So the Three of Wands is this idea of discovery, of exploration, of discovering something here, as you see the magnifying glass, and it's being propped up by the Three Wands. These Three Wands represent your three pillars of health, of your three pillars in life, your health, wealth, and love. And it's like, for some of you here, you're learning to balance. You're learning to balance situations out. But the Three of Wands is more about discovery. It's more about growth. It's growth and expansion on the horizon. It's a sense of adventure. It's a sense of excitement. And it's sort of the initial win that builds up to a big win over time. And so again, I do feel like for some of you here, this setting, like you've come to an important understanding here around sticking up for yourself. And I'm probably going to keep saying this because we see you giving. We see you maybe even giving when you didn't have much to give here with the Six of Pentacles. And now I think what's going on is combined with the Five of Pentacles here. So the Five of Pentacles is like financial challenges potentially, but it's also like scarcity just in general. The thing is, this person feels like they have nothing, but then there's this other person coming out of the water and saying, wait, hold on, your energy is restored here, and you will always have the ability to restore your energy, especially restore any sort of abundant mindset or abundant thinking. So putting this together here, what I think some of you are going to do is explore something else if you are not given the pay that you deserve, or if you're not given something back, right? If somebody owes you something, or somebody has promised you something and they're in this Five of Pentacles energy, some of you are going to explore something else. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid. So you have the Sun, you have the Six of Wands, you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Hierophants. Okay, so isn't this interesting? So some of you might go back to school here, and you know, it's interesting. I say that because you have this Hierophant card. You can see the Hierophant. This person's kind of working away. They're kind of building knowledge. They're learning something. The Hierophant can represent traditional knowledge, or knowledge that is learned in a traditional way, such as a higher education institution of higher learning, such as colleges and universities. It can be anything like that. It can also be the place that you work, the organization that you're a part of. It can be marriage as well. It's anything that is traditional. And you have that with this you have it around the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you are going to explore something else. Okay, if you are, if you've been giving a whole lot, like if you're showing up and you're doing 10 times the work at your place of employment, you're exploring something else. If your marriage is stale, if your marriage is not an equal exchange of giving and receiving and an equal exchange of love, you're exploring something else. I absolutely feel that for some of you here. You have this Sun energy, which is total happiness, positivity, and success. It's, for me, the best card to find in the tarot. It's extreme power, as well as, remember, this planets revolve around the Sun. It's an extremely strong card. It's also a card of truth. Okay, it's also a card of truth. Some of you here have connected with an important truth, as I've said in the past, with the Six of Wands. And what I love here is you also have this, with the Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Wands in the past, this idea of you sticking up for yourself. And what I love here is you have the Six of Wands, which comes before the Seven of Wands. So the thing is, the Six of Wands, and actually you have the Three of Wands as well. So the Six of Wands is what you get after you build up a couple small wins. So the Three of Wands, a couple small wins, you keep going, right? And eventually those small wins build up to this big win with the Six of Wands. And this is the second victory in the suit of wands. It's public recognition for a job well done. It's success. It's like some of you, if you're not, like if somebody's trying to dim your light here, which I kind of feel like might be possible. Some of you, somebody's maybe dimming your light here, Virgo. And I think that you are not gonna let that happen. You're not going to take that anymore. With the sun being like a card that illuminates, a card that sort of puts things right out in front of people, the card that can talk about expression, talk about the truth coming to light. You have that very clearly here. And I think it's because you decided to show up for yourself here. Let's go and see what we have in these 3 oracle cards. Okay, so you have, be assertive, you're ready, and unlikely. Be assertive, you're ready, and unlikely. Yeah, I get this big energy of assertiveness, okay? Of asserting your will, asserting your power, of being assertive. Is assertiveness a word? I don't know. If it isn't, I just just made it up. So I definitely feel like you were asserting, or you're being assertive. No other way for me to say that. And then the thing is, this may have surprised people. Okay, this may have surprised people here with this unlikely card. And now you have this you're ready energy, which is you finally kind of recognizing that it's okay to step into your power. It's okay for you to work through this, challenge of you pouring from an empty cup. It's okay for you to move forward, and it's okay for you to explore something new here with the 3 of Wands. Let's see what else we have. So you have the Fool, you have the High Priestess, and you have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so the Fool here is really a card of new beginnings, and this is an extremely strong card. It is a card that says that you are ready to embark on a powerful new journey in your life. There's no going back when you get the Full energy. It's the card that starts off all of the tarot. It's number 1. It starts off everything. It starts off the entire hero's journey through the tarot, and it is powerful. The Fool only comes forward when you're ready. You also have this High Priestess card, which the High Priestess is really a way shower. This is somebody who is kind of able to, again, along with the Sun, illuminate the path for you, open up something big for you, open up something important for you. This is a major card of intuition. This is a major card of trusting your gut. And I do feel like some of you are finally ready. You are ready for this new start here. You have the 4 of Swords, which is healing from heartbreak. I think for some of you, you're upset that something didn't work out the way you thought it was. Some of you, I feel like, are upset that, you've been promised something, or you've been giving from this empty cup over and over and over again. And it's almost like perhaps the realization that you didn't, that there was like no reciprocation was very, very hurtful and very challenging. And what I think that this 4 of Swords energy is saying is that you are healing from those hurt feelings. You are healing from that challenging situation. Let's see what else we have. You have the Star, and you have the 9 of Swords. So I love this. The Star has been coming in almost every reading this week. The Star represents a major wish being granted to you. You can see the Star energy here. It's really a genie. The Star in traditional tarot is a genie, and you can see that they're calling in a wish from the universe. They are calling in the wish that they put out to the universe in the first place. And you have that here with this 9 of Swords as well. The 9 of Swords is really about working through your demons. You can see that this person's having a nightmare, and it's hard to tell if this is real or if this is imaginary, because they are in the middle of a nightmare. And the 4 of Swords is this idea of working through mental distress, working through stress, mental distress, fear, anxiety. But you have this ability to do this here with the 4 of Swords and the 9 of Swords showing up in the future. Again, you're exploring something new here in a big way, and it's because you've decided that I'm not going to keep giving to this situation or this person without, reciprocation. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Tower. This is going to feel like a big moment for you. The Tower doesn't have to be doom and gloom. It can mean change. It can mean situations kind of falling through, or situations collapsing. And the truth is that if you're in a challenging situation, why stay in that situation in the first place? So let's go ahead and see what is on the bottom here. You have the Page of Cups. This is you receiving the happy offer. This is you moving in this new direction as you've sort of worked through the struggle. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.